you're sleeping on if it ain't me. You're my dream girl. Don't wake me up.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. It's Vanessa here, and I'm so sorry that I haven't been able to be on YouTube. If you guys watched my last video, you would have known my story as to why I left and all those, crazy things. First thing I want to talk about is this new foundation that has really hit the market by storm, you guys. And I really wanted to try it, one, because I heard so many great reviews on it, and two, it's a drugstore foundation. So I went to my local Walgreens. I think it was at Walgreens that I got this. No, I got it from Ulta, and I had to try it out. Now, I did get the shade 334 Warm Sun. I do think that I could have went a shade after this one, but this is such a popular foundation. I kind of just grabbed what I could and used my own products to kind of, make sure that it matches my skin tone. So if you are interested in seeing me go ahead, try this foundation on and do this eyeshadow look using a new palette, then go ahead and just keep watching. And I'm going to now color correct. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this under my eyes. My forehead has a little bit of discoloration in it. Around my mouth, Lord. You guys see that? I would use primer, but I've tried this foundation already. I just want you guys to kind of see how it looks. So I'm not going to put on any primer on the skin. What I'm going to just do is take some of my Badescu facial spray and spray that on. And I will use that as a primer because this foundation is matte. It has a 24-hour claim on it. What that means is that if it's going to be a matte foundation, I know I don't want to prime because I use my primer for oil control and all those things, and I don't want to dry my skin out. And I love this foundation because it's probably like the first foundation to come with a pump. I thought that was awesome sauce because a pump, you rarely ever get those. And I always like to apply my foundation with a brush, and because this is a drugstore foundation, I felt like it would be only right if you use a drugstore brush. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush. Love it, love it, love it. It's amazing. And I'm going to just dab on my foundation as I normally would. This foundation seems to dry really quick, so I'm going to go fast. I really want it to be full coverage, cover up all my corrector and blemishes and things like that. So that was like 1.5 pump, and I used that to pretty much cover my whole entire lower part of my face. I'm going to use one more pump. I don't know if these are full pumps or what, but I'm just, dabbing it into the skin. I am noticing that this foundation is a little light for me, but I can make it work. And now I'm going to switch to my Tarte Beauty Sponge. It is wet, but I am going to spray with some more of that spray. And I'm going to just continue to pounce this into the skin just so that it can get really in there, because the brush just kind of sits on the skin and I really want it to look seamless. I don't know, but so far, and just me trying it, I tried it once last night. I'll show you guys a picture of last night just so you guys can kind of get the full pick. I do feel really matte. I do not feel oily whatsoever. Like, I'm almost nervous to set it with powder, but I know I have to do that. So now I'm going to just go in with my concealer. I'm going to be using the Colorpop No Filter Concealer, and I'm just doing this in the spirit of affordableness, and this is in the shade Golden. And I'm going to take my NARS Hazelnut, which is my favorite concealer ever. I'm kind of just adding in there to bring some golden to my face. And I'm going to blend it in. I try to keep my under eye concentrated underneath the eye. I don't really like to bring it up here because I don't need to widen my face anymore. So I like to bring it in close to the nose. See that? And when you bring it in close to the nose, you kind of suck the nose in. You bring everything inward. So I'm going to take it up my nose. Let's see how it works on the nose. In the forehead. And this is my favorite sponge because it's the softest sponge I've ever used. It's better than the Beauty Blender. It's the Tarte Beauty Sponge. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the finish without any powder. Favorite drugstore powder is the Makeup Revolution Luxury Banana Powder, and they have another shade called Terracotta, which I do recommend for women who have deeper complexions. And this powder is only $8. I think it's really worth it. I like to take my sponge, dip it in, and kind of just tap in under the eye. I have to put it on my eyelids because we're going to be trying out a new palette. I have so many new products that I just cannot wait to share with you guys. Let me know in the comments any products that you guys would like for me to share. I'm looking into getting the crayon case. I really want to try that out. And that powder that I like to use is the Sephora Microsmooth powder in the shade Tan. And I love this. And what I like to do is pounce it on the skin just like I do my foundation. And what it does is it locks everything in place at the same time as making you have super flawless skin. Love, love, love. So this actually keeps me matte all day. I'm not looking all oily. I kind of put it above my brows because I don't know about you guys, but my brows tend to get oily. And then what I like to do is just kind of brush. And what this does is it wipes off any banana powder, but it also softens up the skin. What I want to do is take this CoverGirl Queen Collection bronzer in the shade Ebony. Now, I don't know why or how I've been late on this powder, but I absolutely love this powder. I like to tap a little bit in, tap off any excess because it does have high pigmentation. And what I like to do is go in circular motions, very soft-handedly on my cheeks, like so. It's kind of adds like anywhere between a blush and a bronzer. I just love it. It adds such a pretty warmth to the skin. And because this foundation runs a little bit light on me, whoa, don't mind my hair, guys. It just makes this foundation look really flawless. Take your time and swirl and blend and swirl and blend. And you guys see that I'm going backwards, not forwards. Because this video is all about using new products, I thought it would be super important to look into this palette. And this is the Morphe 3502 palette. It comes like this. And in the spirit of Black History Month, I thought it was important to incorporate a palette that is brown girl friendly. So I'm going to pick up the lightest shade in the palette. I'm going to use that as my transition. I'm going to use this as a transition. If you're a person who likes to keep it natural, you can like use this step as your only step, and you can just put some mascara on and go because it's super, super soft and pretty. I'm going to go in with a more of an orangey tone right underneath that, and I'm going to just tap that into my crease. These are super pigmented. I did not realize it would be this pigmented, and I'm just putting this into my crease, bringing it a little above the crease just to kind of have some drama. Now I'm going to add some brown in there, and I'm using the same brush. And I'm going to put this brown into the outer corners. So I've decided to just take that brown and I'm just making it more smoky. I like to bring it into the eyes here just to add drama, as you guys can see. Bringing it up to the brow just adds drama to it. And I'm going to pick up some black just because I like black. It makes it look super dramatic. And I'm keeping it concentrated on the outer corners of my eyes. Like that. And then I'm going to go back in with my brush and only blend out the outer corners. And pretty, so pretty. I'm going to add a tad bit more black, just again to make it super pretty and smoked out. This Morphe palette is so bomb. I will link it in the description below. So it's really all about building the color. You know what I mean? I'm now going to use my NYX multitasker. Put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use it to create somewhat of a cut crease. And I'm going to go a little bit above my own crease. Like that. You see how I have that on there? Now I'm going to take one of the shimmers from the palettes. So I'm going to start with this. It's like an orangey shimmer. And I'm going to place this in the inner part of the lid. How pretty it is. And I'm just following the crease that I created all the way up to about the middle. See that? Now, I do want a different color, so I'm going to swipe my brush off, and I'm going to go in with this red shimmer too in the middle. And I'm overlapping it with the black and the orange. And I just love the way it brings out the colors in each other. It just looks so nice. I'm just building up that color, bringing it as far down as I can, because again, I am going to go into that black and I'm going to try to marinate the two. What do you call this? Put on mascara. Alright, so the eyes are not done, but I wanted to go ahead and finish off my brows. So what I'll take is my Anastasia powder. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on my lashes. I got these lashes at the hair store. They were about $1.99. They are the ones in the little 3D packages. I'll try to insert a clip right there of how they look. So now I'm going to apply some red, that red shade that I use, and that orange shade on the lower lash line. Now I'm going to also take some black just to further smoke it out. So now that the eyes are almost done, all I'm missing is mascara. I'm going to go in with some blush. Now, a new blush that I have been absolutely loving is the MAC Telling Glow. It's like a mix between a blush and a highlighter. And for any skin tone, I love it. And I rub it on as a highlight and a blush. And then I just like to take my regular highlighter. You guys know this is MAC's Extra Diminished Skin Finish in My Medium. And I like to just go in with this and tap it underneath the brows just to add a little bit more spice to my life. On the bridge of my nose. That's apply a lighter shimmery shade in my inner corner. So I'm going to go back into the Morphe palette and pick up the lightest shimmer. And I'm going to just place it right here. I'm going to use my Old Faithful, my Roasted Coffee lip pencil. I'm going to take my Honey Love lipstick by MAC. Just a really pale nude. Just because the eyes are so crazy, I decided to chill on the lips. A KKW lipstick, and this is in the shade Jimmie. I like it because it has like a peachy undertone to it. Just don't feel complete. Like, I don't know. This is MAC's Gloss in Undressed. Let that kind of marinate. Let me go get my hair together, and then I will be back to talk about this foundation and all these products. And this is the finished look. I'm loving it, y'all. What you think? I feel so glam, and all because of this Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation. I feel like this foundation is everything for its price point. It did run me about $11. I think it was, yeah, $11. I'm just checking my website. That's why I'm looking that way. It was $11 and you cannot beat it. So this has a 24-hour claim on it. I won't be wearing this foundation for 24 hours, but I will say that I really like the foundation. I did wear it last night. I had went out with my friends and I liked it. It stayed on for as long as I went, and it is matte. So that's a plus if you are a girl who has either that super oily skin or that combination skin. I'm a dry skin girl, and I still thought this foundation worked well with my skin tone. The other thing that I have grown to love is the Morphe Second Nature 2 palette. The colors in it are just so freaking beautiful. You guys, look at these colors. And with summer and spring coming, I just thought this would be an amazing way to start up with my channel, just to come back. And I'm so excited to be back and on camera and talking to you guys. I'm super duper busy, but I will try to continuously upload at least once a week so you guys can, you know, check in on me. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. If there's not anything else, I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching, you guys, and sticking by me and my channel, and do not forget to subscribe. Mwah.